Nike has done it again, folks. The brand that once prided itself on being ahead of the curve has found itself lagging behind in a major way. They messed up, big time. The disappointment is palpable, not just among fans but within the sports community at large. After completely missing the boat on Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, they're now scrambling. Caitlin Clark, a name that has become synonymous with excellence in women's basketball, was overlooked. A public apology? Please, it's too little, too late. Where was this energy when she was breaking records left and right? When she was setting the court on fire with her incredible performances, Nike was nowhere to be found. Don't get me wrong, apologies are important. They can mend fences and pave the way for future collaboration, but in this case it feels more like damage control than genuine remorse. But actions speak louder than words. What Caitlin and other female athletes need is not just an apology, but a commitment to real, tangible support. And right now, Nike's actions are screaming that they still don't get it. Their campaigns and advertisements may feature female athletes, but where is the real investment? They underestimated Caitlin, plain and simple. They saw her potential but didn't act on it. They thought they had time, but in the fast-paced world of sports, time waits for no one. They saw a rising star and thought, we'll get to her later, but later is now and the opportunity has passed them by. Well, guess what? Later is now and Adidas is already knocking on the door. Adidas, always the fierce competitor, saw the opportunity and seized it. This isn't just about one athlete, it's about a systemic issue in how female athletes are perceived and treated. It's about how female athletes are treated across the board. They deserve respect, they deserve investment, they deserve to be seen and celebrated for their achievements, and they deserve to be celebrated just as much as their male counterparts. The disparity in recognition and support is glaring, and it's time for that to change. Nike had the chance to be a leader here. They had the platform, the resources, and the influence to make a real difference. They could have shown the world that they were truly committed to supporting women in sports. They could have set a precedent for other brands to follow. Instead, they fumbled the bag, they let a golden opportunity slip through their fingers, and now they're scrambling to pick up the pieces, and now they're paying the price. Adidas is capitalizing on Nike's misstep, and the fans are taking notice. The trust and loyalty that Nike once enjoyed are now in jeopardy. The lesson here is clear. In the world of sports, especially women's sports, you can't afford to be a day late and a dollar short. The athletes deserve better, and the fans expect more. Caitlin Clark's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and talent. She will continue to rise with or without Nike's support. But for Nike, this is a wake-up call. It's time for them to step up, to truly invest in the future of women's sports, and to ensure that they are never again a day late and a dollar short. Let's rewind for a second. Imagine the excitement, the anticipation, the sheer thrill of a new beginning. When Caitlin Clark signed with Nike coming out of college, it seemed like a match made in heaven. The young prodigy, fresh off an incredible college career, was stepping into the big leagues with the backing of a global giant, the biggest name in basketball apparel scooping up the hottest prospect in the game. It made sense. It was a move that promised to elevate both Caitlin and Nike to new heights. But looking back, that initial deal now feels more like a participation trophy. The excitement quickly faded, replaced by a sense of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Sure, Nike threw some money her way, but where was the real investment? The financial backing was there, but the strategic vision was sorely lacking. Where was the marketing push? The campaigns that should have made her a household name? The billboards, the commercials, the social media blitz? Where was the signature shoe deal? The one that would have cemented her status as a basketball icon? The one that young athletes would aspire to wear? It's like they signed her on autopilot without any real plan for how to maximize her potential. And that's the problem. The lack of a coherent strategy, the absence of a clear vision. You can't just sign an athlete like Caitlin Clark and then leave her to her own devices. She needed guidance, support, and a well-thought-out plan to harness her talents. You have to build a brand around her. Create a narrative that resonates with fans, that inspires the next generation of athletes. You have to tell her story. Share her journey, her struggles, her triumphs, make her relatable, make her a role model. You have to put her in a position to succeed. Surround her with the right team, the right resources, the right opportunities. Only then can she truly shine. Caitlin Clark's story is far from over. There's still time to turn things around, to reignite that initial spark of hope. But it requires a commitment, a dedication to doing things right. Because in the end, it's not just about the money or the contracts. It's about inspiring the next generation, about leaving a legacy. And that, more than anything, is what Caitlin Clark deserves. So here's to hoping that the glimmer of hope isn't extinguished, but rather reignited with a renewed sense of purpose and passion. It's time for Nike to step up, to recognize the gem they have in Caitlin Clark, and to invest in her future. Because when she succeeds, we all do. Let's not let this be a story of what could have been, but rather a story of what will be. A story of triumph, of resilience, and of undeniable greatness. Caitlin Clark didn't just have a good rookie season, she had one for the ages. She was breaking records left and right, putting up numbers we haven't seen in years. She was must-watch television. And she was doing it all while carrying her team on her back. She was the real deal, and everyone knew it. Everyone except, it seemed, Nike. Where were the commercials? Where were the billboards? Where were the social media campaigns? It's like they were asleep at the wheel while she was out there setting the world on fire. Enter Adidas, stage left. They saw what Nike couldn't or wouldn't. They saw a once-in-a-generation talent who was being woefully underserved by her current sponsor. And they pounced. Rumor has it they're putting together a massive offer, something in the ballpark of $30 million. Now, we all know money talks in this business. But this feels like more than just a money grab by Adidas. It feels like a statement. It's a shot across the bow at Nike saying, we see the value in women's basketball and we're not afraid to invest in it. Section 5, the signature shoe snub, a sign of deeper issues? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the signature shoe deal. Caitlin Clark deserves a signature shoe. Period. She's one of the most exciting players in the game, male or female. She's got the talent, she's got the charisma, and she's got the marketability. So, where's the shoe? Crickets from Nike. This isn't just about shoes though, it's about respect. It's about recognizing that female athletes are just as deserving of their own signature products as male athletes. Section 6, Adidas sees the future. Is Caitlin the new face of basketball? Adidas isn't just throwing money at Caitlin, they're investing in a vision. They see her becoming the face of basketball, period. Not just women's basketball, basketball. Her talent is undeniable, her charisma is undeniable, and her appeal is universal. They're betting on a future where women's basketball isn't just a niche sport. They see it becoming a global phenomenon, and they want Caitlin to lead the charge. This isn't just about selling shoes anymore, folks. This is about changing the game. Section 7, fans cry foul, the backlash against Nike's Indifference. Let me tell you something, the fans are not happy. They see what's happening. They see a generational talent being ignored. And they're letting Nike know it. Social media is blowing up. Fans are calling for boycotts. They're demanding better. They're tired of seeing female athletes treated like second-class citizens. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark anymore. This is about sending a message. A message that says we're not going to stand for this anymore. We demand better for women in sports. Section 8, the gender gap. Male athletes still reign supreme in endorsements. Let's be real, folks. This is a topic that has been discussed time and time again, yet the disparity remains glaringly obvious. This isn't an isolated incident. This is a pattern that has been ingrained in the sports industry for decades. Male athletes are consistently chosen for the most lucrative endorsement deals, leaving their female counterparts in the shadows. When it comes to endorsements, male athletes still reign supreme. They dominate the market, securing deals that not only boost their income, but also their visibility and influence. They get the big contracts, the signature shoes, the primetime commercials. Why? Because historically, the belief has been that male athletes are more marketable, more profitable. But is that really the case? Because for too long, the powers that be have believed that women's sports don't sell. Well, guess what? They were wrong. The landscape of sports is changing, and it's time for the endorsement deals to reflect that. Women's sports are more popular than ever. The fans are there. The passion is there. The games are just as thrilling, the athletes just as talented. The only thing missing is the recognition and the investment. The only thing missing is the investment. Companies need to start putting their money where their mouth is. It's not just about fairness, it's about smart business. The potential for growth in women's sports is enormous. It's time for these companies to wake up and smell the coffee. The future of sports endorsements is not just male. It's diverse, it's inclusive, and it's female. Ignoring this fact is not just a missed opportunity, it's a business blunder. The future of sports is female, and they're missing out. By continuing to overlook female athletes, companies are not only perpetuating inequality, but also missing out on a passionate and growing fan base. It's time to level the playing field and give female athletes the endorsements they deserve. Section 9, a turning point? Demanding more for women in sports. This whole Caitlin Clark situation, this feels different. This feels like a turning point. Fans are fed up, they're demanding better for women in sports, they're putting their money where their mouths are. And they're holding these companies accountable. This is about more than just endorsements. This is about equality. It's about respect. It's about recognizing the incredible talent and dedication of female athletes everywhere. The message is clear: invest in women's sports, celebrate women's sports, and give these incredible athletes the platform they deserve. The future is now.